And a very happy day before Thanksgiving to everybody. Tom Gionella here from Royal Blown Pavilion on the campus of Seattle Pacific University in downtown Seattle for this evening's non-conference women's basketball game between the Seattle Pacific Falcons and the Biola Eagles. The Falcons are 4-0 on the year, ranked number 16 in Division II polling. Biola's in their first year in Division II after coming in from NAIA. They went 23-9 last year in NAIA, made the NCAA tournament, or rather the NAIA tournament as well. They have 14 20-plus win seasons in their history, and they are 1-2 on the year after having lost to St. Martin's last night and beat Northwest Nazarene this past weekend. Falcons in the home whites, they win the tip, and Lindsay Lee immediately makes the three to start off the scoring for the Falcons. Falcons are in the white jerseys. They'll be going from left to right on your screen in this first half. Biola's in the red. They'll be going from right to left. And the Falcons on the floor right now, they have Rachel Shim, Jordan McPhee, Julia Hayning, Courtney Hollander, Lindsay Lee. The Biola Eagles have Brenna Carr, Demoria White, Tatum Brimley, Sarah Dugan, Jessica Schill. Falcons get the ball after a turnover by the Eagles of Biola. They pass it to Lee in the corner, no good. The assist would have gone to Shim. That would have been a three-pointer. McPhee gets knocked over, and I think we're going to get a foul on the Falcons here. A blocking foul. That's their first of the quarter, first in the game, and it goes on Lindsay Lee. Or beg pardon, it goes on Julia Hayning, her first personal. And that ball poked free by McPhee there, away from Caw. Back the other way we go. McPhee with the ball, up against Caw. Now she gives it to Lee. Tries to go to Hayning, posting up down low. Now she kicks out. McPhee going for three, and she drinks it home. Jordan McPhee, 30 points against Azusa Pacific on the 17th. 21 points versus UC San Diego on the 18th. She's looking to keep her role going here tonight as that pass by Tatum Brimley goes out of bounds after it's broken up. And Biola will keep the ball and inbound here with 18 to shoot. Caw will inbound. She'll go to Demoria White at 17 points per game last year, 21.7 this year. She's the one to watch probably out of all the players that Biola has. And now this is Brimley with the ball right side, coming in, three to shoot, now two, now one. She doesn't know how much time's left on the shot clock, and that will be a shot clock violation this time around on the Biola Eagles. And now we get a timeout on the floor, timeout called by Biola, led by head coach Alan Nakamura. Falcons, of course, led by Julie Heisey, who's 1-0 in her SPU career against Biola with a win in 2005. Score is 6-0. Falcons ahead with 8:31 to play, first quarter. Back here with 8:31 to play first quarter. Score is Falcons 6 and Biola Eagles nothing. As Courtney Hollander gets set to inbound the ball. And Hollander, following the shot clock violation on Biola, goes to McPhee to Hollander. Biola trying to play in the backcourt. And now McPhee has an opening in the front court. And the layup is up and good for her, as she's able to shoot in between two defenders up the middle. And she makes it 8-0 Falcons. 8-0 Falcons as White hands it off. This is Brimley with the ball now. Tatum Brimley coming in, slips on the floor, trying to keep it alive. She does, gets it to White. Demoria White with a little bit of a shimmy, and she shoots the three, no good. Rebound going to Jessica Schill. Ball's poked free from her, and I think we're going to get a foul on the Falcons, but we'll check just to make sure. And apparently it's no foul on the Falcons. It's just out of bounds. 29 seconds to shoot for Biola. White with the ball. They pass it right side to Cobb, working to her left, floats it up right hand, good. So it's 8-2 now. Biola on the board for the first time. McPhee hustling in. Thought about kicking it out. Now she just goes to Shim. Thought about kicking it out to McPhee, and now here's Haining, and Haining lays it in with the left hand. So Julia Haining scores. She's on the scoreboard for the first time tonight, and it's 10-2. And now here is White with the ball coming in. Fakes, she gives it over to Dugan. Sarah Dugan heading to her right. Bounces it over to Brimley. Far side pass, caught White. Going from one corner to another. 10 to shoot. White to Brimley, open look for three, and it's in and out. That was a good shot to take, but just couldn't make it, and the rebound to Hollander. Back the other way we go. Shim with the ball, front court, up against Brimley. She goes to Hollander, goes for three, and Courtney Hollander drains it from deep, and the Falcons lead it 13-2. And now we are going to get a brief timeout on the floor. There was a whistle, and apparently Biola will be allowed to substitute in Jazz Ben for Brenna Kopp. So back the other way we go with Biola as play resumes here. This is White. There was no foul, no timeout called by either team. They just let a substitution happen. Ball almost poked free from Brimley, but she's able to kick it out to Dugan. They tried to work it inside to Ben, but that ball's stolen away by Haining. Now Lee in transition going to McPhee. Layup is no good, but she's pushed from behind, and there is a foul that's going to be attached to this shot. And the foul this time is going to go on Biola's Demoria White, 5'4" senior from Inglewood, California, so just outside of downtown Los Angeles. That's where the new Rams and Chargers Stadium is going to be in a couple of years. Also where the fabulous Forum is, where the Showtime Lakers were and the Kings were for a lot of years as well. And now a discussion between one of the referees and the head coach Alan Nakamura of Biola. Don't know what this is about. If it's an argument, it's one of the most polite arguments you're going to see. I'll tell you that much. Very calm discussion as McPhee gets to shoot the free throws now. The first shot is up and no good for her off the back iron. The officials tonight, Tyler Trimble, Jessica Wilkinson, and Leslie Smith. Those are your three officials for this game. Falcons up 13-2. And now it looks like Danielle Kennedy will check in for the first time for Biola. Also Jaylee Albert in for the Falcons, it looks like. Second shot coming up here. It's up and good for McPhee. And back the other way we go. Demoria White with the ball. Front court, hands it off to Dugan. Sarah Dugan heading back to the middle. That one goes off both of their shoes right there. It went off Brimley's shoe and it went off Dugan's shoe. And the Falcons will inbound the ball. Hollander to Albert. Albert front court. Jay Lee will bounce it over to Erica Pagano. Pagano backs up a step, now gives to Albert to Lee. And now it's Albert over to McPhee. McPhee left side. She goes to Pagano. Pagano shoots a deep two. Loose ball on the floor. Pagano trying to get it. She can't, and she was fouled. Pagano was outnumbered 3-1 there, but she did keep that alive long enough to draw the foul on Brimley. Her first, second team foul of the quarter on Biola. And now Ben will check back in for her. Inbounds pass coming up here. Goes to the corner, and now it's Albert over to McPhee coming in mid-range. No. And the rebound going to Kennedy. Back the other way we go. Danielle Kennedy with the ball. Front court. Getting to her left. Ball poked free. Both dive for it, and now a whistle. And they're going to say it's Falcon ball, and I think a kick ball was what the signal was there. No foul. One of the officials just made a kicking motion, so I can only assume that Biola somehow kicked it during that scrum. Falcons will gladly take possession as Carly Ratash shoots, and that's no good. Rebound going to McPhee. Ratash went 5 for 6 from the field against UC San Diego the other night. Now McPhee, top of the circle coming in, and now it's Ratash on a handoff. Can't make it from the free throw line. A whistle here, and I think we're going to get a foul on the Falcons. Loose ball foul, and it's going to go on Pagano. That'll be her first, team second, so each team now with 2 team fouls apiece in this quarter. And the inbounds here going to White. Moria White with the ball against McPhee. White hands it off to Ben. 16 to shoot. Ben coming in. And she'll just roll it over to Kennedy. Kennedy left side. Trying to make some moves on the lead. Can't get enough space. Now she hands to Dugan. And now White, 2 to shoot. Shoots from deep. No good. Rebound into the hands of Albert. And back the other way we go. Jaylee Albert, outlet pass too far. White couldn't catch it. McPhee couldn't catch it. And it goes out of bounds untouched. So Biola will take over. 4:37 left in the quarter. Courtney Hollander checks back in for Lindsay Lee. And looks like Albert checked into the game as well. And now we get a whistle before Biola can inbound. Sarah Dugan going to White. And as play picks up, 4:33 left, first quarter. Give it to Dugan. Now it's going to be Ben with the ball coming in to her right. Now it's Kennedy. Kennedy with 15. Kennedy coming in. Gives it over to Schill. And now it's going to be Ben from the corner. No good for 3, and the rebound going to Shim. Back the other way we go. Shim with the ball now. They go to Albert. And now Ratash. Left corner. Going to Hollander. Hollander with the ball. Now it's going to be Pagano. Shoots a deep 2. No, it's short. And the rebound going to Albert. Fresh 30 seconds for the Falcons. Pagano gives it back to her. Albert. Over to Shim. Shim driving right. Trying to scoop and score with the right hand. And the rebound goes into the hands of Dugan. Back the other way we go. And now White. Moria White with the ball. And now she heads to her right with 19 to shoot. And a whistle here, and it's either a blocking foul on Albert or it's an offensive foul for the elbow on White. And they're going to opt for a blocking foul. So Albert's going to be called for the foul, and that's her first personal, third team. Now some substitutions here for both sides as Haley Bennett checks in for the Falcons. Kayla Green's checking in for Biola as well. Inbounds here coming up. It goes to Dugan. And now to Ben. Ben right side. Ben coming in, trying to post up. She'll just kick it out to Brimley. A whistle here. She walked. Falcons get the ball back. Inbounds coming up now with Hollander. And she will go to Shim. Shim with the ball. Now it's going to be Bennett. Haley Bennett. That's left around the pick set by Ratosh. And now it's going to be Albert. Shim coming in. Kicks out to Albert now. Albert thought about the three, didn't want to take it. Now she goes to Bennett, and she shoots the three and hits it. Haley Bennett scores, and the Falcons are rolling 17-2 with 7 minutes and change gone by. Carr with it. Goes underneath, and there's a basket for Michaela Greens in the game for the first time. 6-foot sophomore from Murrieta, California. It's 17-4. And that ball's stolen away. Dugan giving it back there to Carr. Tries to go in for the layup, no good. Ball batted around, out of bounds. Last touch off the Eagles of Biola. And now Ratosh checks out of the game. Julia Haining checks in for the Falcons. The inbounds pass coming up here now, and it's Rachel Shim. Over to Hollander, and now it's going to go to Shim. Shim coming in. And Bennett shoots the deep two, and that's going to rim out. Rebound tipped. And Hollander had a chance at it, but play is going to be interrupted because of a foul. It's going to go on Ben, and that's her first personal, third team foul. So that's 3 team fouls apiece here in this quarter for both sides. Hollander shoots the two, no good. And loose ball being battled for in the corner, and it goes out of bounds. Biola takes over on offense with 2:06 to go in the first quarter. Inbounds here going to Tatum Brimley. Brimley with the ball. Front court. Going to Greens, and now it's going to be Ben with it. Over to Dugan. And now it's Carr. Carr with 13. Now she goes to Dugan. Bounce pass intended for Greens was interrupted there by Bennett, and Bennett's going to get called for the foul. That's number 4 on the Falcons, number 1 on Bennett. So Biola almost at the point where they can shoot 2 free throws because of a bonus situation. Biola's going to need a lot of help though, down 17-4. Falcons have looked great so far in this first quarter as they look to go to 5-0 and also defend that number 16 national ranking that they have. Carr trying to pass it to the corner, but it's picked off by McPhee. Here comes Lee, bounces to Hollander, turnaround, got it to go in for mid-range. Courtney Hollander scores, and the Falcons lead it 19-4. Brimley with the ball. Hands it off to Greens. Kicks out to Brimley. Brimley with it. Right side, tries to go inside, and it's thrown into traffic and then picked off by Bennett after it's tipped to her. Hollander to Lee, left side, going inside to McPhee. Bounces toward Haining, tries to scoop it toward Bennett, but this is going to be over and back. And so Biola will get the ball back here with 59.6 seconds to go in quarter number 1. And now it's going to be Kennedy who will check back in along with White for Biola. Tatum Brimley checks out for Biola. Inbounds pass coming up here to the Eagles. In just a moment here as Ben will inbound. Jazz Bent, 6-foot freshman from Agora Hills, California. And the Falcons are going to get the ball. Biola stepped on the end line. So the inbounds pass coming up here to Bennett. Short handoff from Hollander that time. Less than a minute to play first quarter. Bennett kicks out McPhee. Open look for 3. No. Rims out. Rebound into the hands of Dugan. Back the other way we go. Handoff going toward White. McPhee tried to take the ball away. She couldn't do it, and she's going to get called for the foul instead. So that'll be foul number 1 on McPhee. And the Eagles have the bonus. First shot up and good here for Demoria White from the free throw line. White with her first point of the game right there. Makes it 19-5. She'll try to make it 19-6 right here. 5 team fouls on the Falcons now. And 3 on the Eagles by comparison as Kayla Macedo checks in. And the second shot up and good. Checks in for the Eagles, I should say. 19-6 the score. Falcons by 13. McPhee with it. Back to Bennett. McPhee. Or Hollander, excuse me. Now this is McPhee. Lee with it. Haining. Haining, left corner to Bennett. 8 to shoot. Whistle here. And looks like it's going to be an inbounds opportunity for the Falcons with 7 to shoot. And it's going to go to Haining now. Bounces over to Hollander. Hollander comes in. Right hand, no good. Ball tipped, and White comes out of the fray with it. And now here comes White in transition. She goes over to Macedo. Now it's going to be White with it. And White with less than a second to go. Throws it up, and it's no good for what would have been a deep 2. And the first quarter is over here at Royal Brome Pavilion. Good start for the SBU Falcons. They lead at 19-6. Through 10 minutes of play. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a moment. Well, ready to start quarter number 2 here. The Falcons up 19-6 over Biola. And the Falcons will start on defense here in this quarter. Biola had the arrow in their favor. Again, Biola still going from right to left here in this first half. And the Falcons going from left to right. Layup up and good here for Greens. And the Falcons now up by just 11, 19-8. Here's Haining underneath, no good. And we get a foul here as she's shoved from behind. So the foul this time is going to go on Jessica Schill, and that's her first personal. First team foul up the court. It's a shooting foul, so Haining will go to the line. She'll shoot 2 shots. First shot on the way, and good for her. And it's 20-8. Falcons up by 12. Second shot coming up here for Haining. And Haining will make it. And it is 21-8. Falcons by 13. White with the ball. White coming in. Going for 3. Got it to go down. Demoria White hits it. 21-11 the score now. Haley Bennett to Lee. To Hollander. Bennett to Lee, going for 3, and she takes back the favor. Lindsay Lee for 3, she's got 6. Falcons up 24-11. Here's Kennedy with the ball now. Front court. Danielle Kennedy. Heading to her right. Bumped by the defender, and Lee trying to sell the idea that it was incidental contact, but that's not good enough here. So that's going to be her first personal foul, first team foul of the quarter on the Falcons. As Schill gets the inbounds, Kennedy with it, right side. She will bounce it over to White, who then kicks it out to the corner for 3. It's Macedo, no good, and the rebound taken away by McPhee. Taken away from Schill, I should say. Now here comes McPhee. Over to Bennett. Bouncer toward Haining, and we're going to get a reach-in foul here, perhaps on Greens, as she tried to take away that bounce pass. So Michaela Greens called for the foul. That's going to be her first. Second team, three-pointer on the way here for Bennett. No good, it's too long. Rebound tipped into the hands of Kennedy. Back the other way we go. White with the ball. White coming into her left. Now she gives it to Greens. And Greens will hand it off to Kennedy. Kennedy with 16 to shoot. Coming in. Reverse. No. Rebound Haining. Back the other way we go. Bennett, long pass caught by McPhee. Now it's going to be Bennett to Haining to Lee. And now it's Hollander. Turn around inside. Good as she scores against Greens. And it is 26-11. Falcons by 15. Continuing to roll here in this first half against Biola. White with the ball now for the Eagles. White coming in. Leading scorer of this team. Only has 5 points so far though. Leading scorer in terms of points per game going into this contest. White hits the three here though. And it's 26-14. So White has 8 points. More than half of the scoring output for Biola right now. Bennett to Lee to Haining posting up. And that's no good against Schill. Gets it back. We get a tie up here. And the arrow this time will favor the Falcons. And now we will get some substitutions. Albert, Pagano, and Shim back in for the Falcons. Inbounds here. It goes to Hollander on the shot after McPhee gave it to her, but Ezekiel Johnson gets the block here for Biola. And now it's going to be Brimley with the ball. Brimley coming in. Going up, right hand, no good. Rebound goes to nobody. Out of bounds, last touch off Biola. So the inbounds coming up here for the Falcons is Hollander will do the honors to restart play. And she will go to Shim. Shim with 7 minutes on the clock until halftime. Delivering it to McPhee, and now it goes to Albert to Hollander. Pass tipped out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons as Schill was the first to break up the pass for Biola. Nice job by her to help create the turnover. Brimley with the ball. Brimley front court. Looking for a friend. And Brimley is going against Shim now. Now Shim's going to try to trap her along that sideline, but she's able to hand it off to Ben. And now it's going to be White with it. 10 to shoot. Now down to 9 and 8 and 7. White for 3, and that's going to rim out, and the rebound going to McPhee. Back the other way we go. Jordan McPhee coming in, hustling quickly, going up. She gets hit by Schill, and she draws the foul as a result of that. So this is going to be the second foul on Schill, who has no points so far for Biola. And the third foul on Biola in this quarter as McPhee heads off to the line. McPhee with 6 points here early on for the Falcons. First shot on the way and good. So that makes it 27-14. Falcons by 13. As Courtney Hollander checks out of the game for the Falcons. And CeCe West checking in. Transfer senior this year from Portland State. Second free throw up and good here. And the inbounds pass going to Brimley as Dugan delivered it to her. Brimley, right side, coming into the left. Brimley's going to bounce it to White. White left side, heading to the right, now back into the left. 7 to shoot, and nice job by McPhee to reject that one. But Shim fumbles the ball, but recovers before it goes out of bounds. Albert for 3. That rims out, rebound tipped into the hands of White. Back the other way. And now it's Brimley with it. Brimley coming into the right, fakes, goes up, no good. Ball out of bounds. And the last touch, or no out of bounds. We get a foul here. Foul on Biola, and it's going to go on Dugan, and that's her first. 4th team. Shim to McPhee, and now back to Shim. Albert. Shim with it. 5:20 left in the half. West. McPhee. Albert getting it back, and now it's Pagano. Shim for 3, and she hits it from the right side. Rachel Shim hits it from deep, and it's 31-14. The Falcons ahead by 17 with 5 minutes left until halftime. Brimley coming in, going up against Shim. He hits it off the glass. Tatum Brimley scores, and it's 31-16. Falcons by 15, and now it's going to be McPhee with the ball to Shim, and Albert for 3, and she can't hit it, and the rebound gets to the hands of Ben. Back the other way we go. Outlet transition pass for Brimley, goes too far and out of bounds, and the Falcons will get the ball back with 4:33 to play till half. And now I think we're going to get a timeout on the floor with less than 5 minutes to play in the quarter. Falcons up 31-16 with 4:33 left until halftime. Back in a moment. Back following the under 5 minute timeout with 4:33 to play until halftime. Falcons up 31-16 in this Thanksgiving Day Eve game. And now it's going to be Shim with the ball, right side against Brimley. And now a whistle here. And we are going to get a foul on Biola. And it's going to go on Brimley, and that's her second. And that will take the Falcons into the bonus situation here. It's going to be Shim at the line, and the first shot up for her is good. So 32-16 the score now. Shim to the line, she shoots one more, and she makes it. 33-16 now. So Brimley with the ball, she'll take it across the timeline. Shim with 5 points, by the way, for the Falcons, as they now lead by 17. Brimley with it right side against Shim, 18 to shoot. They go inside to Dugan, and Dugan has it rejected away by Pagano. But Shim fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Johnson, and she delivers it to White, who gets an easy layup opportunity for Biola. 33-16 now. A little bit of a long pass, but Albert makes the catch for Shim. And the kick out to Lee, and now Shim. Left corner, 3 for Albert, and that's good. J. Lee Albert for 3, and she's on the scoreboard for the first time. Falcons continuing to roll, 36-18, they lead. White with the ball, 3:32 left till halftime. Hand off to Ben, now back to White. White, right side against Albert, 12 to shoot. Now 11 and 10. White with the ball, 5 seconds left. Throws it up right hand, can't get lucky. The rebound though going to Dugan. It's kicked back out to White. Shot from the corner, no good. Would have been a 3 if she made it from the right side. Lee gets the rebound, Albert with it now, and she almost has it poked free out of bounds. And now Shim trying to plow over Brimley is going to get called for traveling with 2:59 left. Bennett checks in for the Falcons. And it looks like Brenna Kaw checks in for Biola. She inbounds the ball immediately to Brimley. Brimley coming in, going up left hand, no. Offensive foul! Offensive foul as West takes one for the team there. And that is going to be a foul on Brimley, her third already. So the 5'5" sophomore from Phoenix already in trouble here. But for now, she will stay in the game. Bennett gets the inbounds handoff here from Albert. To West. West coming in, going up left hand, good. Or no good, I'm sorry. Looked like it went in from the angle I had, but it missed, and now we get a blocking foul as in transition. Brimley goes hard toward the hoop. And the foul here is going to go on Bennett. That's going to be her second. That is team foul number 2 on the Falcons in this quarter. And the inbound's coming up here. White is going to deliver it to Dugan. Dugan hands it off to White. Over to Kaw. Kaw coming in. Kennedy. Touch pass to Dugan. Hands it off to Greens. Tries to kick it out to White. Ball is broken up and out of bounds. And the last touch goes off the Falcons, so White will inbound with 13 seconds to shoot. White getting a moment to straighten her bearings out, I guess. And now she's got to inbound this in 5 seconds or less. She hands it off to Kaw. 10 to shoot. Kaw trapped in the corner. Hands it off to Dugan. Dugan heading right. Now White open for 3, and that's good from the corner. White hits it from the right side. She's got 13. 36-21. Biola still a long ways to go to make a comeback here against the Falcons. Hollander coming into the right. Goes to Ratosh, and now it's Lee for 3. Top of the circle and good. Lindsay Lee hits it. She's got 9, and the Falcons lead it by 18. 39-21. White over to Greens. Passes left here to Kaw. Kaw right side coming in. Blocked by Ratosh, and she can't believe it. A foul is going to get called on her. She immediately mouthed the word no to the official. She thought she had it cleanly. But she's called for the foul, and that's her first. Third team foul on the Falcons, and she kind of gives a knowing grin to the official there nearest the SPU bench. Free throw up and good here for Brenna Kaw, 5'11" sophomore from Camas, Washington. 39-22 the score. Second free throw coming up here for Biola. 39-22. Free throw by Kaw. It's going to be up and good, and we have a 39-23 game. McPhee with the ball. She goes to Hollander, and now it's Lee who gets the pass. Lee passes left side. And it's Ratosh who gets it from Bennett. Now it's Lee. Now Bennett, left side. Passes to the right. Hollander to McPhee. Driving right from mid-range, floats it in. 41-23 with a minute left until recess. White with the ball. White coming in against Hollander. Now it's going to be Greens. Shoots for 3, no good. And we're going to get a foul here as Lee gets kind of held from behind by Kaw. It's a loose ball foul, so that'll send the Falcons to the line. Kaw's called for the foul, her first. And now Lee to the line, already with 9 points to her name. She shoots 2. First shot coming here. It's going to be up and good, and it's 42-23. Chance to put the Falcons up by 20 right here if she can make this next one. Second shot coming, and it's good. And that will make it 43-23, 47.7 left in the half. White with the ball, front court. White heading to her right. Goes for a long three, and that's not even close, out of bounds. Falcons will get it back. Ball goes out untouched, and now Hollander will inbound. It's going to go to Bennett. Bennett to McPhee, and now it's Ratash. Ratash, oh, bad pass, stolen away by Macedo, and Macedo can't make it, but she is fouled. Number 4 on the Falcons, and number 2 on Ratash. So Kayla Macedo off to the line here. 5'11" sophomore from Peoria, Arizona, where the Mariners have spring training every year. First shot for her is no good for Macedo. Second shot coming up here. And Macedo makes it, and that makes it 43-24. 19-point game, and now Biola trying to trap the Falcons in the back court. McPhee gets it across though in less than 10 seconds, and now the Falcons can run this clock down to 0 if they wish. McPhee with the ball, less than 10 seconds to work with in this half. Ball poked free by Macedo. Now it's going to be Haining, hands it off to McPhee. Now it's Lee, takes a step in, shoots a deep 2, and it's short, and that's the end of the half. Falcons up 43-24 at halftime. We'll take a 15-minute timeout, and then we'll pick up the action for the second half between the SPU Falcons and the Biola Eagles. Well, we're about a minute away or so from starting half number 2 between the Falcons and the Biola Eagles. The Falcons right now up 43-24 against their visitors from Southern California. Tom Gianella here with you. Quick look at the halftime stats show the Falcons in very good shape. The leading scorers right now, Lindsay Lee with 11 points, Jordan McPhee with 10. Falcons out-rebounded Biola 18-11. They won the turnover battle as well. Biola had 12 turnovers, Falcons had just 9. The Falcons shot 13 of 31 from the field overall, good for 41.9%. They shot 8 of 14 from three-point land. That helped them build such a big lead in the first quarter. They outscored Biola in quarter number 1, 19-6. They outscored them in quarter number 2, 24-18. And they went 9 of 10 from the charity stripe in the first half. Conversely, Biola just 8 of 23 from the field, 34.8% for them. 3 for 11 from three-point land, 27.3%. 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Demoria White led the team in scoring for Biola with 13, where she was their leading scorer overall this season going into this game with 21.7 points per game this year, and was also their leading scorer last year with 17 points per game. But she only went 4 of 12 from the field, and that was kind of indicative of how Biola did offensively in the first half. Brenna Caw and Michaela Greens each had 4 points to tie for second on the Biola side. Biola gets the ball first in the second half. As you can see, they will go from left to right on your screen in the second half, and immediately they commit an offensive foul. Falcons going from right to left. Falcons in the white jerseys, Biola in the red. It's a foul this time going on Jessica Schill on the offensive end. Her third overall foul, first of the third quarter, obviously. On Biola. Just underway here in half number 2. Falcons looking to go to 5-0 on the year and looking to defend their number 16 national ranking in Division II this week in the polls. Falcons started out this season just outside the top 25 in polling. Now they're at number 16. They're one of 2 ranked teams nationally from the GNAC, the other being Alaska Anchorage, who's been very good the last handful of years or so. They are the number 2 team in polling this week as McPhee misses that one off the bottom of the backboard. Haining with the ball here, kicks it out to Hollander, now to Lee. Over to Shim to McPhee. Right corner heading to the left. Coming in, throws it up left hand, no good. Shot clock still moving. We have 18 seconds to shoot. Shim has an open look from deep and rims out. And the rebound going into the hands of Dugan. Falcons, of course, play Anchorage twice this season. They play them on January 20th here, and they play them February 15th there. And Caw hits the basket this time for Biola. That puts them within 16. Biola is going to need a very strong second half to give them a chance here at the end of this one. Shim with the ball, heading to her right, kicks it out. Hollander for a deep 2, and that goes in. Courtney Hollander with 9 points now for the Falcons. Almost there in that double-digit category, along with Lee and McPhee. Lee, of course, with 11, as we just talked about. McPhee with 10. 45-27. Caw kicks it out to the corner. They try for 3 with White, and it's no good. Or beg pardon, not White, but Brimley. No good. Hollander the rebound for the Falcons. Shim with the ball across the timeline. Now it's McPhee. Over to Hollander to Shim. 17 to shoot. Coming in is McPhee to Shim. Going for 3, and that's going to go in and out. Rebound into the hands of Dugan. Back the other way we go. Brimley with the ball. Brimley coming in. Going up. Can't make it. Ball's batted around. And it's going to be a foul here before McPhee can do anything with it in transition. This may be a foul on Brimley, but we'll check. It's either Brimley or somebody else. Oh, it's not Brimley. It's away from the play, and it's going to go on Shim. I thought it was going to be either a foul on Brimley or a foul on Haining for that collision, but it's a foul on Schill instead, and that's her 4th. Second foul on her in this quarter. Now we get a kick ball called on Macedo. So the Falcons will inbound here with Pagano. So Schill, the 6'3 junior from Spokane, has to be taken out of the game because of foul trouble. Bennett with the ball for the Falcons. Pass is tipped by Macedo and then picked off by Brimley. She rolls it over to Macedo, but it didn't get there quickly enough, so she's got to pass it back to Brimley, and now the Eagles need something to happen in the half-court offense, and now we're going to get a foul, looks like on Bennett. She kind of looks around incredulously there. That's her third personal, and that's going to be the first on the Falcons in this half. Inbounds pass coming. It's White over to Brimley. Brimley with the ball. Coming in, creeping into the left, and it's going to be a basket for White this time. Or no, Brimley, excuse me, Brimley with the basket off the glass. Now it's Albert to Bennett to Ratosh, and now it's going to be Albert. Outlet pass. They go for three here with Riley Evans, and it's no good. And the rebound going to Brimley. Back the other way. Outlet to White. White coming in against Bennett. Throws it inside to Dugan. Dugan makes a move on a defender. Can't make the shot from underneath. Trying to haul in the loose ball is Macedo. She can't. So the Falcons will get the ball back here with 6:18 left to go in quarter number 3. Bennett with the ball now. She will inbound. It's going to go this time to Albert. Now to Bennett. And cross-court pass, width of the court pass to Evans. Evans with the ball now, going to Albert. Now it's going to be Bennett who comes in. Now she hands it to Ratosh. It's going to be Evans who comes in. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch off the Falcons. So good defense down low there by Biola, and the inbounds this time going to White as she gets the handoff. White into the front court she goes. White over to Brimley. Brimley with the ball. Brimley is going to go to Dugan. Bouncer here to Ben. Ben kicks it out to Macedo. Macedo coming in, loose ball in traffic, and I think we may have a tie-up here between Evans and Macedo, but we'll check. And they say jump ball called, and the arrow favors the Falcons this time. So the inbounds pass coming up here. Bennett to Evans, back to Bennett. Long pass, caught by Evans against White. Evans. Thought about a three. Now she just goes back to Bennett. 19 to shoot for the Falcons. Here comes Evans left corner. Evans hands it off Bennett. Now they go inside. Ratosh thinking about posting up, but we get a foul here, perhaps on White. White just 5'4". Ratosh 6'2". Definite mismatch there. And White's going to get called for the foul, sure enough, and that's her second. And now the inbound's coming up. It's going to go to Pagano, and now it's going to be Albert for three, and she hits it from the right side. Jaylee Albert hits it, and that puts the Falcons up 19. Albert with 6 points off the bench now for the Falcons. White with the ball, front court, 48-29. Falcons by 19. Now it's Macedo over to Ben. To White going for three. No, in and out, rebound. Going to no one. And I think we're going to get a foul on the Falcons. Timeout on the floor with 4:42 left in quarter number 3. And a timeout on the floor. So we'll come back in just a moment. Falcons up 48-29. All right, we're back here with just a quick clarification. There was no foul on the floor. What happened was Biola got a rebound, and then they called a timeout. Couldn't quite see it from the angle we had up above the court, but that's what happened. It was a full timeout by them. They have 3 timeouts left in the ball game, and they hit a 3 here with White, so she's got 16 points, and that takes them back within 16. Still a long ways to go, though, for the visiting Eagles from Biola, as they trail the Falcons 48-32. Evans with the ball now, and she throws it away on that pass intended for Albert. The ball goes out of bounds. Biola gets it back as they try to make this somewhat of a close game going into the fourth quarter. You'd like to think for them the target would be get within 10 points or less, so they can have a chance to come back in the final 10 minutes of the game. White with the ball. She's going to bounce it to Brimley. And now it's going to be Macedo. Macedo coming in. Scoop with the right hand. No good off the bottom of the backboard. Rebound going to Pagano. And now here comes Bennett. Bennett being trapped along half court. She's got to get the ball out of there. She can't. It's a tie-up. And the arrow this time will go to Biola. Tough break there for the Falcons as Shim checks back in. She comes in for Albert. Inbounds coming up here. White with the ball, and she's going to go to Brimley. Brimley with it, coming in, and she goes to Macedo. Macedo for 3, no good. And the rebound gets into the hands of Dugan, and Dugan scores. 48-34. And McPhee to Bennett and over to Shim. Shim over to Hollander. Hollander right side, 16 to shoot. Now she gives it to McPhee. And now Bennett. Hands it off, short hand off to McPhee. Now it's Bennett. 5 seconds to shoot, now 4. And McPhee scoops up and scores with the left hand. Jordan McPhee has 12. And it's 50-34. The Falcons reach the half-century mark with 3 minutes to play third quarter. Brimley with it. She's going to hand it off to White. White right side. White against McPhee. Coming in left side, loses the ball. Pagano can't get it. And Dugan has a hard time with it inside, and she can't make the bucket. Good defense there by Hollander, among others. Shim, outlet pass to McPhee. Over to Pagano. To McPhee. To Hollander, going for 3. No good. Off the rim. The rebound, though, gets into the hands of McPhee. To Hollander. Over to Pagano. And now it's McPhee coming in, going up off the bottom of the backboard and out. And now we're going to get a foul. Now we're going to get a foul on Biola. That's their 4th of the quarter. And it's going to be the 2nd on Ben. And it's going to be a shooting foul here for McPhee. One more foul and the Falcons will be in the bonus, but they deem this to be a shooting foul, so McPhee gets 2 shots. First shot up and good for her. 51-34, Falcons by 17. White checks out of the game, and Kennedy checks in for Biola. Second shot coming up for McPhee, and it is going to be up and good. Nothing but net. 52-34, Falcons by 18. Here comes Brimley with the ball now. Against McPhee. Brimley with it, coming in. McPhee guarding her. Shim also thinking about helping out in the high post. That shot off the side of the backboard and out. Pagano gets the loose ball. Here comes Bennett, front court. And now Bennett with it. 2 minutes to play third quarter. McPhee with it, coming into the left. She's going to go to McPhee. McPhee to, or rather Hollander to McPhee, I'm sorry. 14 to shoot. Here's Pagano posting up. Turnaround right hand, good off the glass. Erica Pagano on the scoreboard for the first time for the Falcons. 54-34, Falcons by 20. And the layup up and good this time for Macedo, and now she's going to go to the line for 1. So Kayla Macedo scores. She's got 3 points now in the night. As Greens gets set to check back in for Biola. She comes in for Ben. Foul this time on Pagano, her second team foul of the quarter for the Falcons. 1 free throw here for Macedo. trying to up her total to 4 points to match her jersey number. And the free throw's up and good. And that will make it 54-37. Falcons by 17. Still a good lead for them. Pagano with it over to Shim. Shim right side coming in. And she can't scoop and score. Ball out of bounds. Last touch off Pagano and the Falcons. With a minute 27 left in the quarter. Haining checks in for Pagano now. And the inbounds pass coming. It's going to be handed off to Brimley. Over to Kennedy. Now it's Brimley with it. And a pass going to Greens. And now it's going to be Brimley. Brimley for three after stepping back. No. And the rebound gets into the hands of Hollander. Back the other way we go, Shim. Going to McPhee, coming in. And goes up and can't make it with the left hand. Henning's there with a rebound for her, though. McPhee has it, left side now. Coming in. Kicks out. Three-pointer, no good. Bennett immediately gets it back, though. Finds Hollander in mid-range. Now it's going to be Shim. Over to Haining. Turn around from the free throw line. No, too strong. Rebound, though, goes to Bennett. Nice hustle by her. Kicks out to Shim. Shim mid-range. No. Rebound gets into the hands, finally, of Dugan for Biola. Less than a minute to play, third quarter. We have 31 seconds and counting. And it's going to be Brimley. They shoot it for three, and it's not even close, but the loose ball was in the hands of Macedo. Now the Falcons get it, and McPhee in the fast break in transition goes to Shim. Shim lays it in. Less than 15 seconds to play, third quarter. 56-37. Falcons by 19. This is going to be Brimley. Ball's poked free, and now we're going to get a foul attached to that with 4.1 left on the clock. Falcons have fouls to give, though. Fouls on Hollander, her first, and that's the team's third. Team's third of the quarter, that is. McPhee checks out of the game. Lee in for the Falcons. Inbounds coming. It's going to go to the corner. Immediate shot for three by Macedo. No. Rebound Bennett. Quarter is over. No shot for her from full court. And that's the end of quarter number 3. Falcons have this game well in control right now. Up 56-37, and we'll be back in a moment. Well, ready to go here for quarter number 4. Falcons looking to finish strong, go to 5-0 on the season. They're up by 19 right now, 56-37 as we get ready to start quarter number 4. As Shim with it over to Bennett. To Shim right side, now Bennett. Hollander going for three, no, it's wide right. Rebound going to Haining, who then fumbles the ball out of bounds. So the Eagles of Biola will take over on offense. And the inbounds here going to White. This game, by the way, for Biola, this is their third game in a row that they played the GNAC schools. They beat Northwest Nazarene on Saturday night by 3, 67-64. And they lost to St. Martin's last night in Lacey by 10, 59-69. Now they play the Falcons, and Falcons looking a bit superior in this game, that's for sure. Biola with a little bit of a rough introduction here so far this year to Division II, coming over from NAIA. Hollander makes the post up and the short turnaround, so she's got 11 points to get herself into double digits. Falcons by 3 touchdowns now, 58-37. White kicks it out to Caw now. Biola, though, as we talked about earlier, they have a good program. They made the NAIA tournament last year, went 23-9. They have 14 20-plus win seasons in their history, so you would think that they're going to make the transition to Division II okay, but right now it's a little bit of a bumpy ride. About to lose 3 games out of 4, 2 out of 3 to the GNAC. Get a foul here on Ben. That's her third. First team foul on Biola in this quarter. Falcons, meanwhile, looks like they're about to go to 5-0 on the year, and after this game, they will start dipping their toes into GNAC play as the turnaround's up and good here for Hollander, so she's got 13 points. White now to Caw. Caw right side. Going to Schill. And now this is going to be Kennedy, who can't make the three-pointer, and the rebound going to Shim. Long pass to Lee. Passes right, and the shot for 3, no good for Bennett. Fumbles the rebound out of bounds. For the Falcons after this game, they'll start getting into the GNAC part of their schedule. They play at Concordia as Hollander and Bennett check out of the game for the Falcons. They play Concordia on the 30th, and then they go to Western Oregon to take on the Wolves on December 2nd. And then December 9th, they're back here at home against St. Martin's, in what will be their only home game that they will get between now and Christmas. Falcons after the 9th, next played home on December the 28th against Montana State Billings. Here comes the three-pointer on the way here for Albert, no good. Peels short and to the right, and the rebound here going to Caw. Back the other way we go. White going for 3, and that's no good off the back. Rebound to Kennedy going for 3, and now rim out. Rebound tipped again into the hands of Ben. Now it's White with it. Going for 3, and that's going to rim out again. All out of bounds. And the last touch off Biola as Dugan checks in with 7:01 to play. Ben checks out of the game for the Eagles. And this one's going to go to Shim. Out to Lee. Haining with it. Over to Albert. Albert with the ball. Right side. Albert throws it to Shim. And now it's Lee for 3, and she got it. Lindsay Lee from the corner puts the Falcons up by 26 now. 14 points for Lindsay. And underneath they go to Schill, and now she's going to get fouled. That'll be number 1 on the Falcons in this quarter. Foul this time is on Albert, her second. It's actually White who's going to shoot the free throws here, not Schill. So it was 5, not 5-1. That was fouled. And White will go to the line here. And the first free throw up and good for her. Now make it 63-38. Riley Evans checks back in for Shim. And we get another free throw coming up. White makes the second free throw, and she's got 18 points to lead the Biola Eagles here. She has nearly half their points, 18 out of 39 in this contest. Falcons, though, well ahead by 24. They have 3 double-digit scores to their name as Lee misses the 3. Lee's in double digits. McPhee is in double digits, and Hollander is in double digits as well in terms of scoring for the Falcons. A good distribution of the ball from Julie Heisey's team. Kennedy with the Runner inside, no good. Rebound to Caw. Caw trying to find a place to go with it. She finds Dugan. Dugan to White now. 20 seconds to shoot. White coming in. Albert gets knocked down. No foul either way, and now White will score. So White has 20 out of the 41 points for Biola now. Lee with the ball. Over to Albert. Evans, top of the circle, now Lee. And Haining gives it back to her. Now it's Evans to Albert to West. They go inside. Haining, easy look for 2 points there. Julia Haining now with 6. And the Falcons lead 65-41. 5 minutes, 10 left. West trying to poke the ball free. She does, and she's able to roll it over to Albert. 2-on-1, gives it to Lee. Layup is good. And a timeout on the floor with 5:02 left to play. Falcons continuing to roll. Lee with 16 points now. And the Falcons well on their way to a pre-Thanksgiving Day victory here. 67-41, they lead. Back in a moment following the Biola timeout. Well, ready to continue on here. 5:02 to play here in this pre-Turkey Day contest for the Falcons. Up 67-41. Falcons ready to go into the Thanksgiving Day holiday with a victory here. So layup up and no good for Greens, and back the other way we go. Here comes Albert with it, front court. Hands it off to Lee. Lee to Albert for 3 from the corner. Yes! J. Lee Albert hits it, and the Falcons continuing to click on all cylinders, up 29. And they have only gotten stronger and better as the second half has gone on here. And now we're going to get a timeout on the floor here with less than 5 minutes to play. 4:29 to play. This is an officials timeout. Falcons up 70-41. Well, we have 4:29 left to go here. The Falcons in cruise control, up 70-41 over Biola right now. The inbound's going to Dugan. Now it's Brimley. And now it's going to be White near the top of the circle. White coming in. Goes over to Call, it looks like, and now it's Dugan coming into the right. No good. Rebound going to Pagano. Back the other way we go. Albert with the ball now, front court. Going to Evans. Back to Albert. Finds number 12, Maddie Hingston, in the game for the first time. West with it. Throws it up. No. And the rebound gets into the hands of Dugan. Back the other way we go. White with the outlet pass. Caught by Kaw. Kaw with it. Heading to her right. Going up. And she's fouled on the way up. Check to see where that's on. It's going to go on Maddie Hingston, and that will be her first. Second team foul. Shooting foul coming up here for Kaw, who has 7 points so far for Biola. First shot coming up for her will be good, and that makes it 70-42. With Hingston in the game right now, by the way, for Falcons, that makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Falcons that have played tonight for Julie Heisey's team. So it's always good to see everybody getting at least a little bit of playing time tonight as the Falcons get ready to wrap up this win. Kaw makes both of her free throw opportunities, so it's 70-43. And now this is Hingston to West. Shot for three is going to be no good for Evans, and the rebound gets into the hands of Dugan. And we go back the other way. White with the ball. White going to Kaw. Kaw with it against Hingston. Tries to throw it inside. Albert picks it off though against Dugan. Great play by her in the high post. And now she goes to Hingston. Hingston with the ball. Over to Evans. Evans going to her right. Trying to score for the first time tonight. Can't make it. She's rejected inside by Dugan. West and Evans and Hingston still don't have points for the Falcons. They've got 2:48 to change that. As Dugan turns and scores as she posts up to the right. And now another timeout. Timeout called here. Looks like timeout by Biola, and they have one timeout remaining. 2:42 left. Falcons on their way to a win. Well, following that brief timeout, we get another substitution for the Falcons. Jane Grizzly comes in for SBU, so that's the 13th Falcon to come in and play tonight. See if she can get on the scoreboard as well before the end of this ball game. Here's Albert for three, and that's short. And a rebound. Oh, nice job there. Nice hustle by Grizzly as she goes right into the Falcon bench. And she basically gets the Falcons the ball back because she saved it off the foot of a Biola player. So a really good job by her to hustle for that ball, and Falcon players on the bench really like that. Inbounds pass coming up here. It's going to go to somebody. It's going to go to Evans. Evans finds Grizzly. Grizzly turnaround. Good from the free throw line. Grizzly scores. 72-45 to count now. Call with the ball coming in. She kind of pushes Albert aside. And now the runner for Macedo is no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Grizzly. Just hands it off to Hingston. Hingston with the ball. Hands it off. Tried to hand it off anyway to Evans, and it's poked out of bounds by Macedo. Falcons will inbound with 2 minutes to go here. Inbounds coming, goes to Albert. Albert with the ball, over to Evans. Falcons up by 27. Got this game in cruise control right now. Pagano to Hingston, top of the circle. 9 to shoot. Albert with the ball. Going to the right with 5. Kicks out to the corner. Evans for 3, and that's no good. It's short. And the rebound gets in the hands of Macedo. Macedo coming in. Bounces it inside. Johnson trying to lay it in. She can't, and she is fouled with 1:28 to go. Foul this time going on Grizzly, and that's her first. 3rd team foul of the quarter. 2 shots coming up here for Johnson on the shooting foul opportunity. Johnson with no points so far off the bench for her. So a chance for her to get in the box score here. And the first shot up and good. And that will make it a 72-46 game. Second shot coming up for her is going to be up and no good. The rebound going to Pagano. Back the other way we go. Albert with the ball, biding her time. She gets it across midcourt. That ball then deflected out of bounds. Falcons will inbound it here. And that throw intended for Hankston. And now Pagano will inbound. And it's going to go to Grizzly, and now Albert, and now Evans, and the pass intended for Pagano is going to be poked over to Albert, and she makes it for 3. Falcons still rolling, up by 29. One of their biggest, if not the biggest, leads of the night for them. And now it's Kaw, and that's no good for 3, and the rebound gets into the hands of Pagano. Throws it away, though, intended for Albert. It's thrown away untouched. Pagano trying to make the case that it was tipped, but no dice there. Inbounds coming. Johnson over to Kaw. Kaw to the right. And she will find Dugan. Over to Kaw, coming in, throws it up right hand. Rebound tipped back to Kaw. And now the 3-pointer on the way from Macedo, and that's good. Kayla Macedo scores, and that will make it 75-49. Less than 40 seconds to play here. Falcons are going to win this game, defend that number 16 ranking. They will go to 5-0 in the year. Biola in their first year in Division II will go to 1-3. Falcons will get a few days off, and they'll start venturing into GNAC play. As there's a 3 here for Pagano, so she's got 5 points. They will play Concordia at Concordia on the 30th, and then in Western Oregon on the 2nd. And then they'll come back home on December the 9th to play St. Martin's. And we hope that you'll join us then here at Royal Bone Pavilion or on our online stream, the link of which you can find on spufalcons.com. And as Macedo goes to the line for 2. First shot up and good for her. Evans called for the foul here, her first, team's 4th. 7.1 seconds to go. By the way, before we go, just like to wish everybody out there watching a very happy Thanksgiving. Hope your holiday weekend goes well, and we'll see you back here for more basketball in December. Second shot up and good for Macedo with 7.1 to go. Albert with the ball over to Pagano. And this ball game is going to be over. Falcons win it 78-52. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you on December 9th. Until then, this is Tom Gionella saying good night from the campus of Royal Bone Pavilion, or rather, Royal Bone Pavilion on the campus of Seattle Pacific University here in downtown Seattle. Good night, everyone.